So I've seen a lot of comments recently on my Gotham Knights videos, a lot of people saying that Gotham Knights and the Avengers look very similar, that their gameplay looks similar, that some of the cutscene, like the way they play out, seems pretty similar. And to some degree, I kind of agree. Because yesterday, I tortured myself for a good 30 minutes to play the Avengers, and good gracious, that shit. I really hope Gotham Knights is nothing like that.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this stupid shit again.
Because, just for starters, just the game itself is just kind of ugly. It doesn't look the best. There's some cutscenes that look nice and some moments that feel good, but overall the game is just meh. It's meh. That's all it is. It's a really meh game. And that's like something that I think a lot of people want to avoid with Gotham Knights, is it becoming meh, you know? Because from what we've seen from the recent gameplays, I would want to compare like the most recent gameplay to what we would think is the final product. But I would think that what the final product would look like would be the first gameplay, because that looks like the most polished. That gameplay, that first gameplay with Batgirl, looks the most polished out of any of the gameplays that we've gotten so far for this game. Anything that we've gotten for this game, it looks the most polished and it looks the best. When we look at the Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay, it looks choppy, it looks rough around the edges, it looks like, you know, pre-alpha gameplay. But when we look at the actual Batgirl gameplay, it almost doesn't even seem real. It looks like that's the final product, doesn't it? You know, I think that they probably did some enhancements and whatnot. They probably made that look as good as humanly possible, which is kind of confusing why they made the second gameplay look as bad as possible. But when you look at that gameplay and you compare it to the Avengers, I think there's a fair comparison there with the gameplay, because the Batgirl gameplay does look very Avenger-y. Like when I played Black Widow, I had a sense of like a weird type of deja vu when I was watching, you know, Black Widow hit the baton things on fucking Taskmaster. And I looked at it again, I'm like, this is actually a weapon that Batgirl has in the game. And the way they dodge too, you know, the whole movement of the game, the way you hit enemies, you know, there is no like actual numbers that pop up when you hit the enemies anymore for Gotham Knights. They took that out, if you noticed that in the last gameplay. But that was something that's also in the Avengers, I think, and also in the Gotham Knights first trailer. So they seem so similar. You know, they had that weird sense of familiarity, and I genuinely hope that the gameplay doesn't end up like that. And even the cutscenes too, like when you look at the cutscenes from the Gotham Knights trailer, from the last trailer with Jason Todd and Nightwing, that was the only cutscene that I could think of besides like the Mr. Freeze one that we've gotten from the game. Like the Mr. Freeze one looked okay, right? But again, I don't think that was necessarily a real trailer. I think that Batgirl trailer was a little bit, again, enhanced, like a lot of other gaming trailers, like the Anthem trailer, how that's supposed to be a description or it's supposed to be an interpretation of the final product, but it's not really what the game is right now in development. That's not what it was. We all know that for sure. It was just giving us a good, you know, view of what the game was supposed to be like. But from the last trailer, we know that it's probably not entirely like that. Now, I really, really hope that the story isn't going to be as choppy as it looks, because when the characters are talking, there seems to be that type of disconnects. You know, there seems to be moments of downtime, moments where they're quiet with each other, and it seems like they're trying to think about the next line they're about to say. And I hate that shit. God damn it, the Avengers did that all the time. And I remember, it was really, really bad. And I see that kind of happening here. But I hope that when we actually see legitimate cutscenes that aren't just random, hey, what's up, Jason Todd? Oh, you're mourning Batman. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, I hope we don't get that type of shit all the time. I hope that's not what the quality is for the actual main cutscenes. I don't think it will be. And I hope that they actually see what the Avengers did and kind of fall back on what they did in many ways, which is not pre-rendered cutscenes, but cutscenes that look really good before you get into the choppy, fucked up gameplay. I would actually like to reference the Hulk landing on the bridge when that happens, because that's also a cutscene that looks good, but then you get into the gameplay, it's like kind of choppy and weird. So, you know, I think that there's many aspects from the Avengers that they could learn from. Many aspects from not only the gameplay, not only everything like that, but also the marketing as well. Like the way they marketed the Avengers was not that good. They said that this was going to sell as much as Batman Arkham and Spider-Man combined. Like, who the fuck? Where do you even get that number? That was never ever going to happen for the Avengers. Even with the post-content that they were going to provide, it wasn't even going to do anything. They didn't care about fucking Black Panther or Spider-Man. Like, that shit did not help the game at all. As a matter of fact, it probably hurt the game even more. So, I hope that in terms of marketing, when the Game Fest comes around on the 9th, they actually show some legitimately good fucking marketing. A good trailer. Show us a story trailer. That's something that we really haven't gotten. We have gotten Robin, a little bit of Robin gameplay. We have gotten Batgirl gameplay. We've gotten Red Hood and Nightwing gameplay. The only thing we haven't legitimately seen is an actual story trailer with actual cutscenes and dialogue between the characters. And it's like the only dialogue that we've gotten before is, of course, the Bruce Wayne one. And then the Nightwing and Red Hood one, just randomly, in the last trailer. So there are moments where they're showing it, but there's definitely more that they could show from the story. And I hope that they go in that direction for the next trailer. I would also like to think about the fact that a lot of people are comparing actual content, like the actual post-game content, and what can actually happen there with the Gotham Knights 2. And I just think that if they play their cards right, they can definitely do it better than the Avengers. I think the Avengers was a failing project no matter what. They threw it out there, and they kind of didn't put their best into it. But if we actually get this game, and it actually does do the opposite of the Avengers, where it is actually replayable, it is fun to play around with your friends and whatnot. It doesn't get stale after a few missions. The side missions aren't boring and whatnot. And the DLC is actually good, then we have nothing to worry about. I think this game has slowly been kind of trying to redeem itself with the marketing. It's putting out different stuff about the quotes from the game. And, that's interesting. I like that. And I hope that they keep trying to go in the right direction. But I hope that it does not end up like the Avengers.
The Avengers. I literally get the same feeling of booting up this game as I do from booting up a Gotham Knights video. Is that a bad feeling? Is that a bad feeling? I don't know. Let's go ahead and see and find out. We're just going to cut to interesting parts. Oh my god, he's not talking. Jesus Christ.
Darn.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
I already got this comic. I need the Captain America one to finish the set.
I don't care, you fucking dweeb. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes, San Francisco Bay.
I never noticed this. There's an interpreter right there. A deaf interpreter. Look at that. Pretty interesting.
Oh no, this doesn't look good.
Like, yeah, woo, I'm hyped after 15 minutes of playing as a character nobody gave a fuck about. Yeah, the mobile game. I have to admit, the first level's, of course, perfectly scripted, right? It's amazing. They had to make an impression. But when these levels like this are like the highlight, that's... it's not a good sign, I'm glad this like first level didn't make people like think that this game was underrated, like this first little mission, because it is cool, right? Doing this shit's awesome. It looks cool. But it's nothing special. I'm literally just pushing 2 buttons.
Your dance ends now.
Okay. Oh, I'm lagging. Did my game just crash? Oh. I thought the game crashed. This is literally gonna be Batgirl. I'm letting you guys know. I'm letting you know now. This is literally Batgirl. Womp womp. Aw, it's installing new content. Good, I'm done with this game anyway. I only needed it for this fucking one video. God damn, this game fucking blows harder than a $2 hooker on fucking Las Vegas Strip or some shit. Damn, bro.
I think a lot of people want to hear my opinion about that. The Avengers is a shit game, and I'm not saying Gotham Knights is looking similar to it, but is looking eerily similar, familiar to the accounts of the Avengers. The build-up to it's very similar too, and I hope it just doesn't fall into the same fate that it had when the Avengers came out. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I want to hear you guys' opinions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the future. I will be posting as much as possible in the near future. I love doing this. It's very fun. And also in 2 days, we're going to be getting the Gotham Knights trailer. So don't forget to follow along and stay up to date for all that news. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.